Do you see a future not very far away, devoid of the hegemony of the US dollar?
I think what we must not bring an us versus them, these versus the other. We have no problem with the US dollar, but we want currency neutral trade. You know, we want to diversify currency. For example, for us in Africa, we are working with the Afri-Exim Bank to have a pan-African payment and settlement system where trade in Africa will be in local currency, you know, but the settlement can be done at a higher level by a centralized system. Afri-Exim is providing a facility because we lose about $5 billion every year in Africa just in exchange rates between this currency and this currency and the dollar, this currency and the other one. So we are saying we want trade, we want commerce, we want transactions to be currency neutral. For us, we want to trade in our local currencies. And in fact, the conversation I was having yesterday with Prime Minister Modi is that even the facility that will be extended to Kenya, the $250 million facility, we want it in Indian rupees so that we can, why should we go and look for dollars when we can have the facility in Indian rupees? We have a lot of trade, you know, we have commodities we buy in Indian rupees. Why should we change Kenya shilling to US dollar, from US dollar to Indian rupees? Why don't we just agree that we can do trade between Kenya in shillings and in rupees? So this is what the conversation we are having.
You recently also said that the world is now looking at Africa as an opportunity and not as a source of problems. And we see the growing interest. There are European players like France, there's the US, there's China, there's Russia. Do you also then see a new scramble for Africa sort of taking shape?
Scramble would be the wrong word. Maybe a new focus. You know, what we are saying as African leaders is, and I will tell you what I have said often, that there is an African proverb that says, until the lion learned to write his own story, all stories glorified the hunter because he was the one writing. So this time round, we're going to write our own story. For a long time, people wrote stories about Africa. And they said Africa is a place of disease, poverty, conflict, problems.